Okay, so let's explain the geomagnetic storm cells to you. This is all my data on Google. I just type in Google geomagnetic storm cells. It brings up all my data. Not all of it, but some of it. And you can see that I've been tracking it for a while here. This shows Hurricane Andrea 2013 on May 5th, showing the different cells and what they're doing. You see the little arrows? That shows which direction that cell is going to go. That's what some people think, but it also shows that it's sending out a signal. And what it does is it sends out a signal. If this one sends out a signal, this is a high wind signal, and you see one of these little green things doing the exact same signal, it's amplifying that particular signal. See this one here, and this one here, all this row here, they're amplifying a high wind signal in that direction. This yellow radar here is showing where it's generating high winds, and that's where the cells are born. Basically, these little yellow things cluster together in the Doppler satellite radar, and then you'll see one of these little yellow things pop up when it starts sending out signals. And what it's basically doing is signaling other cells and getting them to create a chain, what I call them chain or links of high wind cells. Now this is a close-up of a high wind cell, what it looks like. So the green cell expands and it has these different ridges in it, which I call the Messenger effect. When it gets to 5, then these cells actually create another cell and they start splitting, and actually what I call, they make babies. And inside the yellow wind cell is a darker area, which is actually a tornado cell creating higher winds. So if you see one of these cells in the yellow one, you know your wind speeds are going to be over 150 miles per hour. That's just a given. Especially if there is a solar storm or a coronal hole solar winds hitting Earth. Now on this one, I show the geomagnetic storm cells traveling up this way, and there's their line here. So this is Earth's axial tilt making a geomagnetic storm cells go north to south. Storms expand over Florida. So these cells, when they form a straight line, they're following the Earth's north and south axial poles axis. And what they do is they travel up and then they travel down. And I've watched them do this. They're like little soldiers. They prance up here, do their little damage here. So they get to the end of the line where they go. They generate all these high wind cells, and then they start creating tornadoes. See? So the tornado cell sends out a signal. And the high wind cells are all activating this they're sending out this signal, but they're amplifying it. And then the green cells are again amplifying it even further. So these cells can send it to a farther distance than these ones. So these ones tend to send the signal to these two. Now see, these two are facing it. You see that? There's a transpose of signals going on. Whenever you see two signals transposing facing each other, you'll find a tornado cell showing up. And that's something I've just figured out. Not only do you see that, but if there's a hurricane happening, you'll see all the cells start transposing each other just before a hurricane. And they're actually showing you that there's something generating some sort of energy field there. So that was really cool to find out. So there's a little bit of a discussion about your geomagnetic cells. The red ones are tornado, the blue are hailstones, and the yellow are high wind, and the green generate heavy rains, lightning, whatever. Actually, the yellow ones create a lot of lightning because when they communicate with each other, they send signals, they send out lightning bolts. So this one sends out a lightning bolt this way, this one gets it, and it sends it that way. And I've compared the data. I haven't done a video about it, but I can show you very easily that I'm right. Thanks for watching.